And I want to make sure you have plenty of time in your group to do the assignment.
We can do this in 30 seconds.
I think we're already done, to be honest.
I think I looked at it. I already knew the answer.
All right, I just want to review real quick everything we've done because you guys have a quiz Friday, remember. We don't have school on Thursday. All right, we have school on Thursday, so we're going to review on Wednesday, and then you take the test or the quiz when you get back on Friday. No school on Thursday. So there are two formulas I've gone over so far. Two different types of sequences or formulas. One's called recursive. You got to know something about the previous term, right? So if I start you out with A1, and again, you don't need to copy this down. I'll start you out with 2. A sub n equals a n minus 1 plus 9. That is a recursive formula. Or what would happen if I asked you for the second term? What would we do on this one if I asked you how to find the second term?
You use the previous term.
And do what with it?
Substitute.
Add 9, right? Substitute it in and add 9. Now, this formula is not great. Hey, what if I was looking for the 40th term here?
Plug it in.
No. I do not plug in 40 here. You got to find what?
The 39.
1 through 39. Yeah. All right, and that's a pain. All right, if you're going to use recursive, you got to know what the previous term is. And if I'm looking for the 40th, I got to know what the 39th is, 38th, all the way down, and that's a pain.
Are there going to be any questions like that in the quiz where you got to do it 100 times?
No. And then you have what's called explicit, which is you want to find any term. Here you go. I'll put negative 3n plus 6. Now let me go back to that example. If I'm asking for the 40th term, it can be found now. You don't have to find terms 1 through 39. Why? How do you find the 40th term here?
Plug it in.
Plug what in and where?
40 into n.
40 where you see n. So 40 equals negative 3 times 40 plus 6. Whatever that is, guys, that's the 40th term there. Okay, that's the 40th term. So those are two special formulas. All right, 2 of them. And then on Friday, and this is what your group assignment's on. What makes a sequence arithmetic? If I start writing a bunch of numbers right now, what's going to make it arithmetic?
Same
The
thing.
pattern.
What about it? What about the pattern?
Gotta be the same thing.
You're not hitting it yet.
Addition.
Addition. You got to be adding the same thing, right? So if I give you 3, 9, 15, 21, 27, that's arithmetic. Why? Because I'm adding what? 6 every time. And if it's arithmetic, you guys got your formula sheet I gave you on Friday. Let's get that out, please. Hopefully we haven't lost that. Let's make sure you'll need that for the quiz and your group assignment, which you're about to do here in a second. If it's arithmetic, you use one formula and one formula only. That's on the right-hand side, which is a sub n equals a1 times n minus 1 times d. Let's go through each piece real quick before I go over the last problem in your notes. Well, what's that one mean?
The first thing.
First
Number.
And I'm trying to have you guys talk term, right? First term. What's that? Anybody remember that one?
The difference.
Difference. Which is what?
Plus 6.
Which is what you're going by, which in this case would be plus 6. Now, here's the two here that are related. This right here is any term but the first. Any term but the first. And then this one, this n, that's the term spot in the sequence. All right, so if I plug in, let's say the 8th term here, that would be 8. All right, so that's the term spot in the sequence. That's what each piece means. And this is not tough unless we practice it. Or it will be tough if we don't practice. Go to the last problem in your notes then, so I can do this one and you can move on to your group assignment. Because you're going to have this type of question coming up in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go through this quick here, so ask questions. Find 3 arithmetic means between 2 and 22. So here's in a nutshell, here's what I'm asking. This is an arithmetic sequence. It starts with 22 and ends with 22, but I want to find the 3 numbers in between. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so the sequence is arithmetic, which means what to us?
It's the same thing.
Adding the same thing. Keep using that term. Adding the same thing every time. So that's what I need to hear. What are these three numbers in between without guessing and checking? Okay, I don't want you to guess and check.
5.
All right.
7.
Hey, it's arithmetic. What formula can I use?
AN.
Yep, ready? Come on, use it with me. What would it be real nice to know to find out these next three numbers here? Right? What the heck am I adding? So I can add it to 2, add it again, and get to 22. Which is what up here? Leah just said the difference. What's the difference up here? No. What's the difference? Which one of these represents the difference?
The D.
The D value, right? So I want to solve for that. Let's see how good we are here. I just wrote it up here. A sub n, any term but the first.
22.
22. Boom. Pop it in, Tyler. 22. Any term but the first. Equals. A1? 2. First term. Plus, now I'm going to keep stressing this. This n is that term's position in the sequence. That n is this term's position. 22 is which term? 21. 21.
I thought it was just solving it. The answer, guys.
22 is what term in the position in this sequence?
The fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth term. So that hey, are we yes or no? Do we see how those two go together?
Yeah.
You put the term here, its position in for n. -1 times d. Now solve. So we got 22 equals 2 plus 4d. Move the 2 over. You get 20. So d equals 5. Now use it to find the missing 3 numbers. How do I use it, by the way? What do I do with that 5 now?
Add.
Add it to 2 and you get?
9. 7.
Oh boy. 7. Add it again.
12. 17.
And you better get what at the end?
22.
Look at that. All right, so these are my 3 numbers in the middle. Okay? That's got to be completed. Your graded assignment completed by the end of class. At the end of class, I'm going to come around to each group. I'm going to assign a number 1 through 4 to each of you. Whatever number comes up, that's the one I'm collecting and grading for the whole group. So make sure your work is neat and you all agree. So I probably wouldn't do this. Hey, you do number 1, you do number 2, because you're resting your grade and soul on somebody else that maybe has no idea what they're doing. All right?